Holy shit. What is that bright shining big orb in the sky? I think it's finally the sun. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Brian with Kansas Angling Experience. If it's your guys' first time here, make sure you subscribe. I like doing fishing videos, and I run a big guide service here in Northeast Kansas. Try and do some cool videos. Today, I think, though, I'm super tired of crappie fishing. I think today we're gonna go out and we're gonna do some bass fishing. The sun is shining. It's still pretty chilly yet. I think it's probably gonna get up to like 35 or 36 degrees today. Got a light breeze, and by light I mean 11 to 14 miles an hour. Take what we can get. I guess it's gonna be windy pretty much all week, but I wanna go do some cold water bass fishing, throw some jerk baits, possibly throw the A-rig at this little local lake that I really enjoy cold water bass fishing at. So let's try and get some tackle together and get out of here. Let's get into the box here, see what we've got. Jerk baits, jerk baits, jerk baits. Yep, that's gonna be the winner. Decent assortment of some of my favorite jerk plugs of all time. One of these is definitely gonna be the winner today. Gotta get a couple rods rigged up here. I've already got an A-rig rigged up from the last time I went out and tried to throw it. It was a little bit too warm, but I think the water temperatures are just gonna be right for that. So that'll be on the docket, but need to grab a spinning rod here. I like throwing jerk baits on spinning rods. Let's see, what's this guy here? 7.3 medium light. No, not medium light. Need the 7-foot medium. Yep, that's gonna be the winner. Got a swim bait tied on. So I think that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take a couple minutes to get a couple of those things rigged up. If that lake doesn't work out, I'm kind of feeling like I maybe need to lake hop a little bit. The other cold water, clear water, largemouth lake that I like fishing around here, got a toe down gravel, so not too excited about that. But like I said, may have to do some lake hopping, maybe go to another lake and see about a zebrafish. I know a lot of you guys have been wanting wiper videos. I want to do them really bad. There's one lake in Northeast Kansas that does fish super good in the wintertime for giant wipers. Did a video there probably 2 years ago, went there with Milliken once, so that might be a player as well. But in the meantime, let's get these rods rigged up and get on the water. So for my jerkbait setup on a spinning rod, I really like 10-pound braid. I pretty much use 10-pound braid for everything spinning rod applications, crappie fishing, bass fishing, whatever, doesn't matter. And then I use a 10-pound leader. Always want to try and match that one, especially when you're throwing a jerkbait. If I was throwing a jerkbait on a casting rod, which I do from time to time, especially with the deeper ones, I would still also be using 10-pound fluorocarbon. So that's the leader that we're gonna be tying. Double uni knot on my braid to fluoro connection. Gonna be throwing Megabass 110. Don't know what color this is, but this is the color that I caught my personal best smallmouth on in Sturgeon Bay. And that's it, we're ready to roll. I think that's pretty much all we're gonna need. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the water is gonna be somewhere in that like 35 to 36 degree range. Something tells me I should probably tie a Ned rig on too, but like I said at the beginning of the video, the wind is blowing and I don't think it's gonna be ideal Ned rig conditions. So with any chop on the water, I wanna be throwing a moving bait. So jerk bait, A-rig in the cold water, you really don't need much else. So let's get everything packed up, and hopefully the next time I see you guys will be at the boat ramp. Hey, we're here, we made it. We're at the beauty little state lake. The wind is absolutely ripping from the west, so I'm certainly happy that I'm here, not on the big lake, because I drove by it on the way here, and it was pretty choppy out there. So glad to be here. My favorite cold water bass fishing little lake here in town. The west wind is favorable for the spots that I want to fish, so hopefully should set up nicely. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get suited up, get the straps off, get the boat in, and I'll see you guys on the first cast. All right, got suited up with the guide wear here. It's actually really nice out. The sun feels super good. The wind's gonna kind of suck in some spots, but I think we're gonna be fishing a lot of areas that were just pretty much out of it for the most part. Just a little bit of breeze, chop on the water. Got the Yama hammer started running. Let's just get out there and fish. I'm jacked. All right, rolling up to the first spot here. As you guys just saw, water temp is 38. That's about what I expected. There was some skim ice on the shoreline, which I did also kind of expect. It has been pretty cold overnight, but last time I was here, I caught about a 4.5. I fished for like 3 hours last time I was here, and I had one bite, but it was a 4.5 just along this rock bank here behind me. So I think that's where we're gonna start. Throw the jerk bait out and around this point, head over to the other bank, but I'm gonna switch things up, throw you guys on the chest, get to casting. Just like I said at the house, gonna start with the jerk bait here. Try and cover some water. Oh, drag is way too tight. There we go. Fishing a jerkbait is definitely one of my favorite things to do, but it's also really painstaking at the same time because can't really fish as fast as I want to fish. Can't really fish as fast as I want to fish. But when you're fishing water that's 37, 38 degrees, that's gotta fish a little bit slower. Well, that was unproductive. Next spot. Okay, well, next spot here. We don't have as much wind over here as I thought, but I'm gonna throw the rig around just for fun. I've had success on this bank with the rig in the past, so hopefully maybe we'll be able to scare a nice one up on the umbrella rig. Well, pretty tough so far, but like I said, water's freezing cold. The fish are pretty lethargic. High bluebird skies, a little bit of wind. I mean, they should be feeding up. I shouldn't have to be like dragging a jig around or something, but you know, that would maybe be a good idea if I actually brought that that tackle with me. So I guess this is a moving bait cold water challenge. A challenge it is. But I have a feeling that if we do get bit, it is going to be the right bite. Not going to be any small ones today. Just last time I came here, I fished for 3 hours, had one bite, and it was a good one. And if it gets really bad, we'll just go by the docks and catch 6-inch crappies. Okay? Okay. Well, it's been a little bit tough. I have not had one bite, one nibble, one sniff yet. Been fishing for the better part of like an hour and a half, I think. So I don't know, came back to this cove with the docks in it. One thing I've noticed is that the water clarity compared to the last time I was here a couple weeks ago is like way dirty. I don't know if you guys can see me, but it is super dirty, so that really sucks, especially coming back here trying to fish a jerkbait in some shallower water. Wish I'd brought my jig rod, but shit happens. So we'll just fish back here for a little bit, see if we can't stir something up, but otherwise we'll probably go back out to the main lake and continue to focus on what we've been trying to focus on, a jerkbait bite or an A-rig bite, but things are kind of tough. So, but hey, that's why they call it fishing and not catching, am I right? Dude, it's brutal. All right, well, you should go in the Holmes Cove. It's chocolate milk after all that rain. This is awful. Wow. Well, that was a tough day, to say the least. Definitely not what I was expecting. Like I said before, that lake usually fishes really good when it's cold, but biggest thing, number one, that water was muddier than I've seen it like literally since this past spring. We did get quite a bit of rain last week, and I haven't been there in probably 2 or 3 weeks, so that's gonna account for that, and the water's 37 degrees. So a lot of variables working against us. Unfortunately, that's just how things go some days. I didn't really have a lot of time to bounce to another lake, but obviously just wanted to commit to throwing and doing everything that I could to try and get at least one bite, but I took the L big time, a big time skunk. So that's just how things go, but got plans for tomorrow to hit a different lake. Hopefully gonna have a better result, but definitely just wanted to try and put a video out for you guys, even though it was for shit. So with that being said, hope everybody has an awesome New Year's. I'll be fishing, doing my yearly tradition, fishing on New Year's Day tomorrow. So get this video edited up, make plans for tomorrow, and I'll see you guys then. Surprise, it's me again. So just got out to another little local lake. It's New Year's Day, and I'm absolutely not starting 2019 without a fish. The problem today is that it's super warm. It's like 45, 50 degrees, but with any warm weather in the wintertime in Kansas means big winds, and that's what we're dealing with today. 18 to 25 mile an hour winds, gusts up to 30. I came to this lake to try and get out of it, and unfortunately, I mean, it's just like, I'm tucked away right now, kind of in an area where I think that I can fish effectively, but on the main lake over that way, it's bad. Even though I've got the windscreen on the GoPro today, the wind noise might be kind of bad, but God, I hope these fish bite. The water clarity, if you guys can't tell, is so much more clear than the lake that I was at yesterday. That's why it was such a tough day. You guys might, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna put that video out. It was a grind, but that's why we're here. So I really hope that this wind noise is not too bad with this windscreen on, but I'm hoping for a really good jerkbait bite. Again, the water clarity was setting up for a decent jerkbait bite, so I'm gonna put you guys on the chest and we're gonna get after it here, but it's absolutely brutal. I'm so bummed. So hopefully we can catch a couple fish today and have a decent video. Well, we're really doing it, guys. It's windy. It's probably windy just because of the way that it is. And also, great news, my XI5 trolling motor pedal has decided to shoot the shit. So I'm gonna have to use my remote today, which when you're bass fishing is really just not fun at all. So I guess for the moment here, we're just gonna be throwing a jerkbait on these jetties that we've got running down this bank. I don't think that there's any way, period, that I can fish the other side of the lake. I'm not sure yet, but we're just gonna kind of spot lock out in front of these, fish them around with the jerkbait, see what happens. Oh my God, it's happening. I did it. I did it. It's a bass. We are not at a lake where we're gonna catch big ones, but holy shit. After a day of nothing, we only had to pull out old Ned to do it. Oh my God, what's wrong with this fish? Wow. He's got problems, unfortunately. Stupid Ned rig anyway. Wow. First fish of 2019 is sick. I wonder if that's a bad omen for the way my the rest of my season's gonna go. But you know what? We caught one. Yay. Thank God. I fished this lake, the last time I fished here was like in the summertime. I had both the dogs with me. You guys probably saw that video. Not a lake where we catch anything of actual size, but I mean, if you can find them, you can catch a bunch of them. So hope you're not looking forward to 3.5 to 5 pounders, because we're not going to find them here. But you know what? The water's 37 degrees. The wind is blowing 30 fucking miles an hour. I'll take what I can get right now, because I don't feel like crappie fishing right now. It would be virtually impossible anyway, so. Let's have a talk, shall we? So this is probably gonna easily be the most brutal video that I'm ever gonna have to make, hence the Crown Royal, double large size. But to make a long story short, I have now fished for 2 days, close to 10 or 11 hours of fishing, give or take. Today the wind is blowing like 400 miles an hour, and my two best clear water, cold water, jerkbait, bass bite, period lakes are cold, muddy, totally blown out. So unfortunately, you guys get to see me catch one bass. One sickly, nasty, disgusting bass on a Ned rig, no less. Not the content I want to be putting out. But that being said, I'm gonna put it out anyway, because sometimes it just be like that. It would have been too easy to go out yesterday, film yet another crappie video in some of the same spots of me catching crappie after crappie after crappie. That's not what I'm after. I run crappie guide trips enough that I don't really want to go catch crappie or film myself catching crappie if I don't have to. So that's why I tried to go out, film a bass video on some sure thing lakes where I thought that I could get a cold water jerkbait bite, some sort of dragging bite, Ned rig, whatever, maybe even a rig, not happening. So that being said, if you guys are still watching this video, I really appreciate it. I've got a guide trip tomorrow, but hopefully on Friday, I'll be able to maybe go elsewhere, pick a different lake, try and put out some different content like largemouth fishing, maybe even wiper fishing. But that's really what I've got time for right now. So thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for watching this video if you've even made it this far, but you're not gonna see too many videos like that on the channel. If it was a different time on my channel, I probably wouldn't have put the video out at all, but it's like I told you guys before, I'm trying to put out as much content as I can, even if it's shitty, because guess what? That's just fishing in a nutshell. So next time I see you guys, I will be on the water, hopefully on a better bite. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Go follow the Facebook page, go follow the Instagram page, and I'll see you guys next time on the water.